All right, I got a new pair of sneakers here from Nike that I'm really excited to show you guys. This is a fun new model. This is the Ava Rover from Nike. I got a size 9.5, and this is a look at the shoe, and it's a pretty crazy one. So this is a fun kind of new version of a Nike React X pair of sneakers, and in my opinion, this is kind of like a 2025 version of the React Element 87s or the 55s, or you remember the React Elements. That like moment was such a big moment for Nike. They had a lot of people talking about the Reacts on feet with those. Now we have React X, which is a little bit softer on feet comparison to the Nike React. The overall look of these has a very similar vibe to it, but I do like the rubberized sidewalls of the shoes. I think that that's a nice little extension, at least a visually looking extension from the midsole. But overall, I think Nike did a really good job on this model. And let's go ahead and get into some of the details about them. So if you guys are interested in buying a pair of these, they are $145 over on Nike's site. They have 5 different colorways available. I got the gray and orange colorway. It was the only one that I actually had early access to, which is why I ended up pulling the trigger on this colorway. But I personally like the black and the bone colorway the best. I think that it looks really cool. It looks like almost like a dinosaur bone, the way that it like extends up the midsole. As for the fit, I would say they fit true to size, and my 9.5 fits me perfect. I would recommend true to size. It says performance ready innovation engineered for the city. The Nike Ava Rover elevates your everyday with a stacked React X midsole and ultra light outsole designed with the streets in mind. Top it all off with a sleek breathable upper that looks as good as it feels. More details, it says lockdown fit, mudguards wrap around the lightweight upper to help you feel locked in. Perforations on the top of the shoe enhance breathability. Oversized midsole made with performance level React X for ultra comfortable cushioning. So now that we have some of the details, let's get into some of the overview. We'll start off first with the midsole because it is Nike React X. It is really nice and soft to the touch. As for the Nike React X comfort, these are really comfortable on feet. I wouldn't say it's something that stands out so crazily like, let's say, a pair of 1080 V14s from New Balance. Way more comfortable in my opinion. The New Balance Rebel V5s as well, very soft, squishy on feet, very comfortable. I would even say that the Adistar 4s that I just reviewed from Adidas is more comfortable cushion wise and stuff, but I don't want to discredit what these offer because it's a very functional comfort that you get in these. Some of the other shoes that are out there are just too soft and squishy for some people, and it's off-putting to them and they don't like that feeling. And I feel like this is more of an all-inclusive sort of foam where it's soft, you notice it for sure, but it's not like the softest, or it's not like the most comfortable in that like lineage, if you will. So is it good? Absolutely. Is it the best? Of course not. It's not like crazy. It's not like Zoom X or anything like that. I would say the Vomero 18s much more comfortable on feet than these, but overall comfort, I would still give them like a solid 8.5 out of 10. They're really good on feet. But the curvature and the overall sculpting of this midsole looks crazy. It's like it's gutted in such a bizarre way. It's almost bone-like, but almost like a topographical 3D map. It really kind of reminds me of the Adilet 22 slides from Adidas. Just the topographical sort of like shapes and stuff on here, but lots and lots of crazy looks with the cutouts, and then it kind of sticks out. It's almost like it's shaved in certain areas, but it really adds a cool effect to the midsole. And I like the fact that it's added on such a wide base. It's not ultra wide. It's wide enough where it's very functional, but it's also sleek looking, the way that they kind of carve it out. So they did a great job on it. It's not something I would have ever looked at this and gone, I'm going to do this to this midsole, but I'm really happy that they did it because it looks really cool. And then it really helps flow into the upper because of the way they integrated this upper. So again, as you can see, you have these mud guards up the sides of the shoe that are really up high on the sidewalls, but they add a nice visual effect to the sides also because it is done in the same sort of like cubed out little bits, same from the midsole. So even though it's a different material, it's the same energy of the cubed out like look, and some sections are worn a little thinner than others. But overall, I think it looks really cool. And that design element of the shoe really adds a lot. And then you get to the rest of the upper, it's kind of like this nylon material on each side. And then on the toe box, you do get some perforation holes here. And then you could see it kind of like comes together, which again, there's a nice like balance and symmetry to the shoe. It's rugged, it's crazy, but then there's a symmetrical middle that looks really cool. And then the perforation holes extend up through the tongue as well. You have a little bit of extra padding on a winged out tongue. I don't really love this style of tongue personally, but it's functional and it works. But I do love the almost airbag feels of this puffy tongue. It definitely is something that feels nice in hand and on feet. There is a little bit of a Nike swoosh on the side here. And that's the other thing that I like is that there's little Nike swooshes on the shoe. There's a little one here that's embroidered. There's a little one here. There's a little one on the tongue, a little one on the heel. and a little one on the outsole, and also a little one on the insole. But little is the name of the game. Combined, if you added all those swooshes together, that's smaller than one regular Nike swoosh on the side. So I like that they kind of went with like an incognito branding on the shoe, just to make it look a little bit stealthier. And I think that that's something that we don't see very often from Nike, and it's refreshing every now and then. You have a functional pull tab on the heel. Old people like myself love the pull tabs. It's something that's makes for a useful tool when you get of age, and I like that they did that. Also, the heel collar is kind of cool the way it integrates, because you can see it's nice and well padded. And if you pull down this little collar here, you could see it's a very low cut like collar for the heel counter, and I like that they kind of did this. It's a little bit different. In fact, it almost looks like they cut the top off of the shoe here and then integrated an extra outer layer over top of it to really bring everything together, which is kind of what it looks like in general, but it really works for the shoe, and it's not something that feels weird. I thought that this section on the sides were going to rub on my foot because it's kind of like almost exposed and you don't have like the coverage from the cushioning. But it works really well, and it's actually quite comfortable. And speaking of comfort, I do like the premium feel of this insole as well. It's not something we normally see, so it's nice to see like it's a little bit of an upgraded midsole. As you transition to the outsole, you do have lots of little traction patterns, and then through that you could see some of the React X material. But overall, the traction is pretty solid. Nike does a pretty good job on most of the traction. It's not overbearingly ridiculous. It's not extra thick, but it serves its purpose, and it's nice to be able to see through it and not have so much rugged rigidity to the bottom of the shoe that makes it more like a trail shoe. It's definitely made for more of the cityscapes, and it makes sense the way that they have the traction. Now, as for the weight of these, let's check them out. So it's 10.7 ounces for one shoe, so under 11 ounces. I'd love to see it under a 10-ounce shoe, but honestly, like for the casual, like 11 ounces is perfect. So that makes it a pretty lightweight pair of casual sneakers and a nice, fun, just crazy looking model. In fact, I feel like this is one of the best looking like casual sneakers with comfort in mind from Nike that we've seen in quite a while. And I think that they did a tremendously good job on creating this. If you guys want to buy them, again, I'll link them in the description. But what do you guys think about the Ava Rovers? Leave a comment, let me know. For me personally, the only thing I don't love about the shoe is just the name, the Ava Rover. Ava Rover, just, I look at the shoe and I don't think Ava Rovers. Like, I don't know, what would you call these if you guys had a name? For me, it needs like more of like a rock name or something. Just the overall midsole, the shape, the standout features, it deserves a better name than the Ava Rover in my opinion. That's my only complaint. I would just call them the ARs at this point because I think AR sounds better than Ava Rovers. But awesome shoe though. Happy that Nike ended up creating something rad. And $145, not a bad price point. Anyways, thanks for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed. Have a good rest of the day, and hopefully see you back on the channel for some more content. All right, peace guys.